From the Bible, and again, I fall embarrassingly and woefully short in this area, but this is a quote from the Bible, so maybe it'll be sufficient. Meaning a pen and paper because this is a monster one. Ask. That's it. Simple enough, huh? Asking starts the magical process of receiving. Don't be afraid to ask. Speeds up the receiving process. Only makes sense, doesn't it? If you don't ask, the chances are far greater that it greatly diminishes the odds of a quicker, favorable return. And the rest of the quote, and this will knock your socks off, and you shall receive. Wow, isn't that amazing? Why aren't we asking? Are we afraid of the answer? Might get our feelings hurt? If it is, maybe it's time to work on that mental muscle. Callous that brain. Go through some trials. Only makes us better. Won't kill us. Maybe the best life-changing decision we've ever made. I'll call it a small tweak or shift in attitude. We can do it. Anyone can do it. It's easy, but it's easy not to. It's our future. Why not give it a try? Be bold, be intentional. These aren't just fun, insightful words. We must act on them. Will you? Asking works like magic. I don't know why. Is it karma? It just seems to put the mental and emotional process in action. Don't know how? Don't have to. This is one of those elements that many successful people are not afraid to do. Embrace it. Each no gets you closer to a yes. Bulletin, but be careful what you're asking for and that you ask the right questions. And I believe to ask the right questions, you have to know what you want. And to know what you want, you have to have goals. And you must have your goals written down. If not, how do you know what to ask? Where are you going? How do you know when you get there? Ever heard of Saxon Pope? One of the greatest archers of all time? Guy says, I can have you out shooting Saxon Pope in a matter of hours. Other guy says, wow, how's that? Saxon can split 3 arrows in 3 consecutive shots from 35 yards. I can't outshoot Saxon. Other guy says, we'll get Saxon, we'll blindfold him, we'll twirl him around about 15 times, and then get him to try to hit the target. Other guy goes, why, that's impossible. Even if he somehow figures out which direction the target is, he won't be able to see it. How can he hit something he can't see? How can you hit a goal you can't see or don't have? If you don't have well-designed goals, how do you know how you're doing? Here's a suggestion. Write down your 6-month, 1-year, 3-year, 5-year, and retirement goals. Don't rush through it. Ponder, meditate, reflect, muse, ruminate, pray. Do whatever you have to do, but write down your goals. Define and describe what you want. Ask yourself what you want, what you really want. Be clear and specific as into how high, how wide, how soon, what size, what color, how much. Then magically, if you focus on them, really focus on them, and then work on them with ruthless, relentless, wicked, unwavering fervor, those goals astoundingly pull you in that direction. What you feed your subconscious and your basal ganglia, it starts to believe. The basal ganglia doesn't know any better. To set well-defined goals may take a while. It may take a few days of intense thought. It may take a few weeks, but don't neglect it. Have the discipline. Be intentional. I call goal setting one of the few life-altering events that we can control. As you attack your goals, don't be afraid to tweak them along the way. Nothing wrong with tweaking. If we need to adjust our sail, that's a good thing. Tweaking is hopefully an intelligent shift of getting to your end result quicker. Think like an adult, but have the enthusiasm and believe like a child. Kids will badger and hound you until they get what they want, won't they? Adults are too pessimistic, too skeptical, too much of it'll never work, or I'm too old, I'm too short, too tall, too ugly, too fat, too skinny, didn't go to the right school, too poor, too this, too that. It's really incredible how we keep punching ourselves in the gut. When will it stop? Today? Tomorrow? Next week? Are you going to be in the same place 5 years from now that you are today? It's up to you. Are you better off now than you were 5 years ago? The finality of the completion to the asking Now this is real good. Pay close attention. It's very heavy. Receiving. Heady stuff, huh? That's it. Receiving is like the air or the ocean. There's plenty of it. You just have to go snatch what God has intended for you to have. He gave you a supercomputer for a brain. Use it. Don't reject it. Don't waste it. And don't use 40% of it like most people. Stretch yourself. Then stretch yourself again and again. It's very easy, but it's easy not to. If you haven't realized, that's one of my favorite phrases. Do remember, you will not get everything you want. There are the winners of life where you did everything right. Sowed perfectly in spring. In the summer, you guarded your plants from those weeds, from the bugs, and other crop destroying elements. Then the fall comes, and the locust or hailstone comes and runs through your crops, destroys everything you've worked so hard for. Those are the winners of life. They're coming. It's part of the deal. Be prepared. Have some good scripture ready to go to. Don't scramble when it happens. We usually aren't thinking as clearly when the winners of life hit. Happens. Not fair, but hey, I wasn't around when they made that rule. I think it's part of God's big plan to purify us, to make us stronger, callous us for bigger and better things. Reevaluate, brush yourself off, and get back after it. Don't stay down too long. I call it building that mental muscle. It puts the odds in our favor. We're not soft, sloppy, or mediocre. Let's not act like it. We're a miracle waiting to happen. Promise yourself that you will never give up. You'll never quit. Read the books, listen to the podcast, hang around the high performers, go to the seminars until your skills change, until you get a firm handle on it, until it makes sense, until you get the skills to bring more value to the world. I hope the rest of 2022 is all you want it to be, and 2023 is the best year yet, filled with love, happiness, joy, and amazing memories. Thank you very kindly.